from the mind of Mark Yoshimoto Nemkov.
All right, so let's talk about the Ohma microphone. So right now you have the stock screen on there, Motif. So this again is an interesting microphone. I'm just going to come out and say it right away. I don't know if this is a voiceover microphone. I mean, you could definitely do voiceover work on it. You could do cool stuff on it. I have it here in my office outside of my booth because I felt like really this is a microphone that doesn't sound great in the booth. Some microphones just don't. Some microphones, and I think because it has a low end boost, it doesn't really appreciate being stuck in like a phone booth sized space. So I think it really thrives better in a room. So you're hearing it actually through an Apollo Twin, the Apollo Twin in my booth going through CVOX. If I turn CVOX off, you'll hear there's a certain amount of noise. It's not the most quiet. Also, hold on. There's like a helicopter going over right now. But CVOX takes care of it. So it's not the most quiet microphone, but it is it's really a nice, it's very an interesting recording tool. So let's talk about this. All right, so the Ohma microphone was created by the Ohma Microphone Company. It was actually designed by this guy, Sammy Rothman. Now, Sammy is, he's the ribbon wonder kid who is responsible for like a bunch of really cool stuff at AEA, including the KU5A. So he was definitely heavily involved in that. So the man is a ribbon mic genius, and he decided to, step out. They also have a ribbon mic, but I'm not a ribbon mic user. Yeah, let me show it to you. Hold on. I'll have to put this on camera at some point, but look at this. How cool is this? It looks like ice cream. Look at this, peach and teal. So they make a really great ribbon mic, but honestly, I'm not a ribbon mic user. Never have been. So I don't know if I would really know what a good ribbon mic sounds like, but it sounds pretty cool. But they also have this condenser mic, and the condenser mic is interesting. It has a kind of a variation of a KM84 circuit adapted for a condenser microphone. And this capsule is extremely interesting. It's an offshoot of a capsule called the Debenham capsule. And the Debenham capsule has not been around really for anyone to use for decades. It's just kind of been this anomalous footnote in capsule history. But they found, and what's interesting about the Debenham is that it's like a K47 style backplate, right? But instead of it being center terminated with the bolt right through the middle of the capsule, it's edge terminated like a CK12. So you have really kind of a hybrid of those two sounds in a way. So you can hear there's a high end lift, and there's also like a lot of energy going on in the lows and low mids. So overall, it's a very interesting sound, and they were able to rebirth the Debenham capsule in a very interesting way. Now, you've been listening to the Motif screen, which is described as solid, warm, and round sound, well balanced between the lows, mids, and highs, distinct yet forgiving. So now let's switch to a different screen. So let's switch to scales. And let me show you, actually here, I'm going to show you real quick how it's done. See if I can do this on camera. So you take this, they give you a guitar pick, right? And you just pop the screens off. Look at that, right? So here, let me take the one off the front. Right? So you take these off. And this is what it looks like without. So you can see the capsule in there. You can see it's center terminated, right? So it comes with each set of screens is front and back. They're identical. And they just magnetically pop into place. Sorry, that's really loud. So this is, what is this? This is scales. And it also comes like with another plate for the back, for this part right here. But that's just cosmetic, obviously. It doesn't affect the sound. So, for the sake of time, I'm not going to swap out that bottom screen here. But so scales, right? You can hear scales is different. Scales is totally different. So scales, let's see, what's the scales? Okay, scales is bright, crisp, great for utility purposes, cuts nicely through a mix, shimmers on guitars, vocals, and other sources. Great choice for near-field recording. So the Debenham capsule, they found an article in a maker mag, a UK maker mag, from like the 60s. And, these maker mags used to exist where, there used to be DIY for stuff like building radios, right? Build a radio, build a hygrometer and stuff at home. And so there were these great magazines out for decades, basically the internet before the internet. And so they found an article in a 60s UK maker mag about the Debenham capsule. And it had blueprints in it. It had, a full interview with the guy who designed it. And they were able to reverse engineer it. And Sammy was in contact with the guy who wrote the article, who at this point was much older and was able to, give them a little bit of help and help explain some stuff. But they brought the Debenham capsule to life. And so they call it the Deb capsule now. So this has been scale. So let's, what do we want to do next? Here, hold on. How about stripes, right? Stripes is cool. So each set of screens is different, right? You can buy a set of screens. I think I don't know how much they cost. Actually, I want to say like they're maybe like $50, $70 or something like that. I'm not sure. But here, let's try to do this again on camera. I'm going to try to, for the sake of, for the purpose of getting this done, I'm just going to cut. I'm going to do an edit. So here. All right, so this is Stripes, and Stripes is described as the go-to screen for exciting mid-range recordings, great for electric guitar and amped sounds, upfront recognizable tone, great choice for polished percussive sounds, Stripes. So again, yeah, more of a mid-range push on this. It's really interesting to me how they do this with the with using physics, using acoustics to tune the different tonalities of each screen. So after they created this Deb capsule and Sammy makes each one, then they go into this microphone. And the cool thing is, hold on, again, let me just show you something. So, when you look at how thin this is, right? I mean, the body was designed primarily for the ribbon mic. The ribbon mic is it's pretty cool. But again, I don't use it. So the body shape was designed for the ribbon and adapted really for use with the regular capacitor cardioid condenser microphone. And what you have here is really an interesting acoustic space for the capsule to exist in, because you're really on the grill, right? You can see the capsule very clearly through the Stripes grill plate. You're right on top of the capsule. You are really right on top of it. So, I mean, what you're getting is you're not getting a lot of weird resonance inside of the head basket, because there's not like it's not like a big round head basket. It's not like one of these, right? Where you have the sound like bouncing around on the inside. It's really cool. So you got more of a tight sound inside the head basket. So the tonal variations created by the screens has such an immediate effect on the sound without there being weird resonances that happen afterwards. So it's pretty cool. So this is Stripes. So let's go to another one. All right, so this is Windows. Okay, and as you can see, there is very little, like with the other one, like with Stripes, right? You can see there's definitely more material here between you and the capsule. And here it's just a very fine mesh. So this is definitely okay. So Windows, right? Get the full candid sonic essence of the Ohma Debbie capsule or the Ohma ribbon. This building block can be easily sculpted to your liking. The low end is plush and smooth like a newly paved road, and the high end is naturally open, making this a great choice for those looking for a microphone that has a natural open sound. Neutral screen delivering the sonic essence of the Ohma Debbie capsule and Ohma ribbon, natural open sound, plush, and smooth low end. So this is the one that will give you really the pure sound of the capsule and the circuit. And again, this is a KM84 circuit, so it's not really meant. Hold on, I was going to show you the. See, I'm lost in like three thoughts at once. Hold on, here it is. So the KM84 style circuit is not really meant to get in the way. There is a transformer in this. I forgot to mention there is a transformer. They found a stash of NOS Cinemag transformers from the 90s. So that's what's in there. It's a KM84 circuit with a NOS Cinemag transformer. The other thing I wanted to show you was the guitar pick that you get with each Ohma microphone to take the take the screens off. That's what you do. You just kind of put the guitar pick in there and you just go boom and, help lift it right off. So this is Windows. Yeah, and Windows definitely has a much more open sound to it overall. And these are nuances that you will probably hear better if you're listening to this through like monitors, through something other than your phone, because through the phone everything sounds the same. So Windows. I like this. I'm not sure if this is the one I would use for voiceover per se, but I like this. If I was recording something like delicate, if I wanted to really get a lot of detail, this is definitely something I would use. All right, so this is Windows, and I believe we have one more to go. And I'm just knocking stuff over my desk. This is so... Okay, hold on. Which one? Oh, yeah. Now we have Holes. Let's do Holes. All right, here we go. So, again, they're packed really nicely in these boxes, right? Really laser foam cut. They're really in there tight. And again, this is the cosmetic backplate for here. So you can make them all match. But I'm just too lazy to put it in there right now. I want to get this. I want you to hear it. Sorry. All right. So this is Holes. And I mean, there's a big difference between this and Windows. So again, you're hearing no EQ on any of this. So this is, all right, designed to reduce low-end frequencies and add clarity. Add clarity to the highs, smooth sound. Oh my God, I can't read. Smooth sound with defined transients. Natural roll-off mitigates proximity effect and tilts sound to a brighter range. All right, so yeah, you can really get on top of this one. You can really be like in there with it. It does roll off the low end. So this is definitely more of like something where you really have to cut through. If you have to cut through a bed or a mix, this would be good for that. Overall, they all sound really great. The screens are really cool. And it's an interesting microphone. I honestly don't know where I'm going to use this for voiceover, to be perfectly straight with you. I think it's a good storytelling mic. I think it looks amazing on camera. And of course, again, you can get a bunch of different colors, like this one. This is to me is like, this is very whimsical. I like this, right? But they have a lot of different colors. A lot of different variations, and you can order it. You can order it from them with any screen you want. And they gave me a coupon code. The coupon code, I'll put it on screen, so you can get a free screen. Hopefully that coupon code still works. I don't know, but yeah, it's the Ohma microphone. At first I dismissed this thing as just some content creator, like fancy looking, highfalutin mic. But it's really interesting. I really like it. You know what? Let's put the ribbon up. Let's just do it. Oh my goodness. That's what I get for trying to do this thing in such a cramped space. Hold on. That's just cramped right here with I'm like right up against the desk. All right, hold on. Let's do the ribbon mic. All right, hold on. All right, so this is the ribbon mic. Does it sound ribbony? Again, I don't use ribbon mics at all, so I really couldn't tell you. But I thought I'd just put it up real quick so you could hear it. Yeah, so they do make a great ribbon, but it's something that if you do music, you should have a good ribbon mic. But for voiceover, not so much. All right, let's go back to the condenser and wrap this up. All right, back on the condenser with the Motif screen. I think Motif and Scales are my favorites. Yeah, so what do you think? So who is the Ohma mic for? That's a good question. I mean, again, with the collection of screens, with the different screens, right? I mean, it's really a compelling and interesting and very unique product. If you are a collector of microphones, you should probably get one of these in your collection. They're a brand new company. And as a brand new company, you never know how long brand new companies are going to stick around. So the Ohma microphone is a completely different animal from anything else that's out there. I mean, it sounds pretty great on its own, no EQ. It does pick up a little bit of RF noise, from if you get your phone within a couple inches of it. So there's that. The low end may be a little bit too much for some rooms. But if you can manage it, and again, like in a larger space where it has room to breathe, I think this mic needs room to breathe. I don't think it really does great in a booth. If you like cool microphones, this might be the thing for you. Oh, hold on. Another thing, just beware. This in the front, right? This is also a metal plate. This little point here, that's sharp. So don't hurt yourself on that. Overall, it's solid. It's very solid. It's well built. It sounds cool. You may have to find a really good use for it. It may be great on your vocals. I think this may be a better microphone for music than it would be for voiceover. But for on camera, I mean, it's a cool mic for on camera because it looks beautiful and it sounds great. But it doesn't necessarily fit the standard VO mold. But then again, I have a number of microphones in my toolkit that don't, because they do something specific that, I can use, I can really lean on for certain types of work. And the Ohma microphone, even though I haven't really found my groove with it, like what type of projects would I use the Ohma on? I'm going to find something for it, because this, even if I'm just using it on camera here, right? I mean, it's pretty cool. So the Ohma microphone, it's different and it's interesting. And there's a lot of things you can do with it. And I want to know what you're doing with it. Do you have an Ohma? Are you interested in the Ohma? Let me know in the comments. All right. Until next time, this is Mark Yoshimoto Nemkov, fading to black.